Hi, everyone. So let's get started with today. We're going to do some more rounding. So let's start with this number here, 49 and 67 hundredths. And for this first one, we're going to round to the nearest 10. Notice I didn't say tenths, I said 10. So first, I want you to write this on your whiteboard, and I want you to underline the tens. Okay, have you done that? So I see my tens here, and if you weren't sure, maybe you need to write this on your place value chart. If I'm rounding this to my nearest 10, this is saying I have 4 tens. There's nothing that comes before it, but because it's on that left side of the decimal, on my number line, rounding to the nearest 10, 4 tens would be 40. That's my bottom number. And I want you to figure out, what do you think would go on top? If you have one more 10, what would that be? 50. You getting a hang of this? Now, what would go in between those two? What's right in between 40 and 50? Write it down. Be 45. Now I want you to figure out, where is 49 and 67 tenths? Sorry, hundredths. In comparison to these numbers. So is it more than 45 or less than 45? Where would it go on your number line? Why don't you draw that dot? So I know 49 is more than 45. It's actually pretty close to 50. So do I round up to 50 or do I round down to 40? We're going to round up to 50. So our number here is about 50. How'd that go? Are you getting a hang of this? Let's do another one. Using that same number, this time let's round to the nearest 1. So you want to erase your board, rewrite, and I want you to underline your ones place. Where is that in this number? That would be right here. All right, now where does this go on your number line? So if this is my ones, I'm going to use everything before it. I'm going to use 49. Where is that going to go? Good, it goes right at the bottom. What if you have one more 1? What goes on top? 50. And then here's the trickier part. What's in between 49 and 50? And here's my hint too. If you get stuck, add a decimal. And you can always add a 0 also. I'm going to get in the habit of crossing them off so that when I write what this number is close to, I don't accidentally write them. I don't want the zeros there. That wouldn't be to my nearest 1. So now what's in between 490 and 500? 495. And because I had a decimal and then a number, a decimal and then a number, I'm going to keep my decimal in that same place. So I have a decimal, then one more number. All right, and the last part, where would my number go in comparison to that midpoint? 49 and 6 tenths. Is that more than 49 and 5 tenths? It is. So are we rounding up or are we rounding down? We are rounding up. It is above the midpoint, so we're rounding up. So 49 and 67 hundredths is about 50. Oh, interesting. It's the same as it was before, because this is in the tenths. This also happens to be rounded to my nearest ones, or 1. All right, one last one. Same number. Let's round that to the nearest tenth. So erase your board. I want you to rewrite our number, 4.967. And I want you to underline the tenths place in this number. Where is that? Did you underline right here? So what number is going to be written at the bottom of our number line? Here's my hint. It is not just the decimal 6. Remember, we have to include everything ahead of it. 4.9.6. What if you have one more tenth? What gets written up top? 4.9.7. That is one more tenth. And then the tricky part, see if you can figure out what goes in the middle of these two numbers. And my hint is, if you need to add a 0, I'm just going to cross them off so I remember not to rewrite them. But think of it like money. $49.60, $49.70. What's in between? All right, pause if you need more time. That would be $49.65. All right, where is our number? Is it more or less than the midpoint? I want you to place your dot. This one has 67 cents, so it's going to be more than 65 cents. How do I round up or down? It's above the midpoint. We are going to round up. So this is about 49 7/10. How'd you do? If you've struggled on this today, I want you to make sure that you go back, maybe rewatch this video, maybe rewatch lesson 7, some of those videos. And if you're still stuck, you should be coming to my office hours today from 2:30 to 3 o'clock. So I want you to do some more practice with this. You're going to need your blue Learn book. When you open up, lesson 8 should be at the very front. And I want you to practice 1A here. So it says, write the decomposition that helps you, and then round to the given place value. Draw number lines to explain your thinking. Circle the rounded value on each number line. Basically, that was a confusing way to say, do exactly what we just did. Write down the number, figure out how you can show if it's tenths, what part you're writing down, draw your number line, include your midpoint, and then circle which one you're rounding to. And if it helps you here, there's not a ton of room. Since you need to use this number and round to the nearest tenth, hundredth, and 1, if you can write small enough right now, I'd say draw a number line. In the middle, draw a second number line. And then over to the right, your third number line. That way you make sure you have room for all 3. So you're going to round 32 and 697 thousandths to the nearest tenth, the nearest hundredth, and the nearest 1. If you don't have room for this, do it on your whiteboard, and then you can just write your answers in here. When you're ready to check, you're going on to the next video to check your work. Good job, everyone.